stages. We're going to be playing one stage from each page. And we'll be doing the melon variation of it, where we only collect the melons, which is difficult because there's exactly 30 melons per stage. And if you lose one, then you lose one, and it's not fun. I am ready to start. I just need to know the color of Yoshi.
All right. First place right now is light blue with $40.
Light blue is still winning. All right. All right, so I'll count down, I guess. You guys ready?
All right. Countdown from 5, 4,
3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so right away here, we see we have 4 levels, but we picked the first one because it's fastest. Here we get to see our lucky fruit. It is a grape. Alright, go over, pick the light blue. Lucky fruit doesn't matter in this run because, like I said, we only pick the melons. So first off, melons. So you can see there's tons of fruit here. Oh. There it is. And as the game goes on, you'll be able to see how difficult it is to avoid some of the fruit here because there's way too many. Here we have, I don't know his name, the guy that we don't like. He's gone now. So right away here, we have the race minigame. You can see up top there is the chain chomp. I have to make it to the end goal before he starts eating those melons. Oops. Not too difficult. We got all 7 here. And Lack 2, for some reason he's friendly in this environment where he gives us all the melons. So I guess now is a good time to describe some of the tech in this game. So one of the more important things, especially in this level, is they're called dustless ground pounds. And usually you can see the ground pounds have dust, but if you aim an egg and then ground pound really close to the ground, you'll get the melons to spawn, and you can start running right away. We'll see a couple more here. Oh, there's a good example of the dust. The other thing you can see right there was the hearts. Each heart unlocks an additional level on the next level. So, like that heart. So I collect 2 hearts in this level, so I'll unlock the 2nd and 3rd level of page 2. But we only need the 2nd one. The only reason we collect that one is for the melon that's right here underneath the tree. And there we go. So now we got all the melons we can see by the edges. 30 fruit to complete the level. And we get the wonderful little melon logo. Now we get some cool music. Sadly, it won't last. So we go through the scoreboard here, and then as soon as it goes black, we reset the console. So I decided that wasn't good enough. No. So it's actually faster to reset over watching the cutscene with the music, which is kind of sad because then you miss out on some pretty cool music and some story, the lore that everyone needs to hear, but I don't know. It's only like a second slower, I guess, but it's still slower. Go over to light blue. So this stage has a mix of all of the tech that I guess we get to see in this run. So we get to see some gliding tosses, which are where you aim an egg and throw it without losing any speed, which we get to see in a couple places. We get to see some more dustless ground pounds. Oops. Alright, that works. And we'll get to see some flutters. We get some infinite flutters that we get to see on the 2nd page, or like the 2nd half of this level, and in the next ones. And here's the other trick where if you spam the tongue button, you'll start jumping really high, higher than a normal jump, and we get to see that in a couple locations. We'll see it right away here on this beginning half of this page. We'll see it right here to jump over that bone. So these things will go pretty fast. Do one here, and an infinite flutter to grab that one. And I didn't do as many on the first stage, but some of these dustless melons that you have to ground pound on random locations, I'll be jumping. Oops, I totally forgot to throw an egg. where I'll activate them and then jump right. Oh, I missed that one. Ah! Well, there goes our light blue Yoshi. We should have time. I made sure the estimate was way over, so I was able to keep the color of Yoshi that we had the donations for. So we'll get to see the level again. Maybe I can go into a little more detail into what I'm doing. So I guess I was explaining more of Dustless before I got to the Shy Guy thing. The Shy Guy flutter, there's 3 melons there, if I can count. And you need to flutter and eat the melons all at the same time, so you don't have to ride that ball that you saw me skip. So now I recovered the light blue Yoshi. You can see everything again, just in case you missed it the first time. Some people were maybe just preparing, they didn't have their popcorn ready or something. But now we're all here. I keep cutting that really close, but it's working out. The other thing, right now we're super happy, as you can tell by the flower on the top left. And Yoshi is sparkly. The 2 notable mechanics of that is that, or 3 I guess, Yoshi is sparkly first of all, that's the important part. The other important parts are that you have infinite eggs, wow, I keep forgetting parts of it. You have infinite eggs, you're invincible, except for instant death things like the lava, and you have a really long tongue. The really long tongue doesn't apply in this stage, we don't really need it, but we will see it later on. Alright, hopefully I don't mess it up this time.
Do we have a second for a donation?
Yeah, of course.
We have $5 from Lovebot,
Hey.
and they say, "Awesome seeing you run all melons. I'm happy to have gotten to know you through this game and looking forward to destroying it all even further with you in 2019. Less than 3.
Less than 3. Ah, yes. Lovebot is another runner of this game. He was one of the people who helped me learn this game, and he's a great guy. He just ran it at ESA, so he ran the all levels variants of the game, or category, or I guess I don't know how I'd word that, but anyway, there we saw a melon box minigame, and that's, you just make it to the goal kind of like we did in the first level, but that one we have to carry the stack of boxes. Alright, so this time, we brought light blue Yoshi through, so we've made progress. We got all melons again. We got more melons than we should have because I had to restart, but I gotta make sure I bring the light blue Yoshi for everyone. Now some people ask why melons. The melons, there's exactly 30 in each stage, which I might have touched on earlier. But they're also in hidden locations. Like as we see, I have to ground pound in like specific locations to get the melons to even trigger. And it also, every time I finish a stage, it has a melon in the background rather than a heart. So if you saw someone doing any percent, or like if you did a casual playthrough and you collected not just melons, then you would see the heart in the background. So here is another wonderful display of the infinite flutters that we'll be doing. And this is just done by some well-timed flutters. And then see some of the melons are in bubbles or just hidden by random triggers. I really have no idea how you're supposed to find these casually. Like that one, you have to throw an egg in order. Alright, here's the other flutter. Hopefully. There we go. That went perfectly. And again, Lactu's being friendly. In a couple levels, we're going to see how difficult he can be. So we saw the heart there. less than 3 back to Lovebot. Alright. Oh! I'm not good at recovering these. I can't do it correctly. I have to do a slower method where I only do normal height flutters to gain height. That should be enough. I really don't want to restart this one. Alright, I'll give this one more shot. Go a lot higher. Ah, I mistimed it. Alright, I'm not going to restart this time. That makes me kind of sad, but there goes our light blue. Was green in second place for the... It's alright. What color do you guys want to see? Pink? Alright. Oh, so many. Alright, fine. I'll go with green then. I'll go with green. Ah, I didn't get a checkpoint. That's not fun. I might as well have restarted. That's alright. No. We gotta see. We gotta at least. We gotta let some of the other Yoshis have an experience. We can bring him back, maybe. We have.
Wait, how much does it cost to throw a flush in the room? 5? Oh,
You-
there's this $100 donation that isn't put towards anything. We throw a flush at him 100 times.
If we want to put that, I can restart. I can bring back the Yoshi if we really need to. Now's the best time.
Yeah, I was just about to apply it to
The pink Yoshi. Okay. So I'm already halfway through. I'm gonna finish this off with green, and I'll move to pink. So as we can hear, the music's sad. We are in a sad moment because we are using green Yoshi. All right, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to eat the melon and not fall into the pit. So like I said, the tongue mechanic. The other thing is if you're aiming towards the ground, it won't work. But like, if you tongue to the side and then aim down, it will work. It's strange, but it's a feature. It's not a bug. I believe that's what people say. As long as I don't eat a wrong fruit, I'm happy with this run. But we know that I will. Alright, we got all the melons with the wrong color Yoshi. Hopefully I can be forgiven. Also, there's Poochie. We don't like Poochie. Say bye to Poochie. Bye, Poochie. Alright. So we got the first boss of the run of 2. This is Don Bongo. I don't know his story. I don't know what's up with his lips. But his lips are like the entire point of this boss. Ah, we got bad RNG. We gotta take the elevator ride. Yeah, I mean, he might need some chapstick. He just, I don't know, for whatever reason, he just hit his lips 3 times. They can get bigger, and you win. I don't know why that's a boss. The bosses don't really make sense. Alright, so same thing. We'll be resetting here. I'm just fade outs. There we go. Should be fine. And we decided I'm doing pink Yoshi.
Yeah.
Alright, pink Yoshi it is. I apologize for the light blue Yoshi falling to his death in a pit. Hopefully the pink Yoshi can make up for it somewhat. If it makes you guys feel any better, pink Yoshi is the slowest one to pick. So there's that. Part of the reason is because he's farthest away, and he turns left and right to go off the screen. Alright, so here is 4-2. It's called Jungle Puddle. It is the worst level. It's not the hardest, it's just a water level, and we don't like water levels. So, that melon was based off the triggers, not the coins. I don't know why they didn't just set them to the coins, but the development progress behind this game is a mystery. So we got some more secret melons here behind these boxes. And this level, here's another super happy heart. They're always on a timer. Oh, I forgot. But this one's important, arguably the most important one out of all of them, because of the length of the tongue. We use that right here, if I can make it fast enough. Alright. I stand there, and then I use that tongue manipulation thing to grab the last melon underneath. Otherwise, I have to go around and swim. It doesn't lose that much time, but it's slow, so we try not to do it. Alright, so there's Cheep Cheep. Cheep Cheep is bad. He jumps out of water and tries to eat you. The red one does at least. There's two Cheep Cheeps. There's a red one and a blue one. Even though the red one jumps out and tries to eat you, I'd say the blue one is worse, because he's more annoying. And then here we have another melon minigame. This one is the worst one. I might have lost it. I'm gonna restart that one. This is more mistakes than I was expecting, but we should still be fine. So the reason I'd want to restart over that one, over maybe eating one wrong fruit, is that if I fail that box minigame, I miss out on 7 melons, which is significant, especially in this category where you can't make any mistakes. I think I'm running out of time to start resetting the level, so that'll be the last one. So here, you can see the beginning again. This bubble is really weird. It's set on a path, but the path isn't always consistent. So I guess to an extent it's RNG, it just picks a point and then it decides if it wants to turn or not. But it's not fun. So we can't really see it there, but there's also the bubbles that don't have a melon right away. It has coins, and if you collect all 5, then it gets a melon. We saw that in the first level towards the end, and I think we saw it in the last level? I don't remember. But we'll see it one more time in this level and one in the next. And it's not super clear, but there's coins because I collect them so fast, just because I jump into them. Alright, get second try here. Here's our red Cheep Cheep again. Also, that specific location where I ground pounded for that melon, first off, they're really precise for some reason. They could have made it a lot wider for you to like ground pound in random locations, but they didn't. The other thing is that specific location is that even if you try to dustless ground pound, a lot of the times it just sticks you to the ground, so we call it like, it's like glue floor or something. I don't understand it. I don't think anyone does. I cut that too close as well, but we have all the melons this time. Again with pink Yoshi. But better than anything. So there, if you're super happy, you have infinite eggs, and if you cancel one, it adds it to your inventory. So now I have 3 eggs, as to where I had 0 to begin with. And we just need them to break those few things while we wait to go get this happy heart. Oops. So in a second here, we'll see the blue Cheep Cheep. Right here we got the red one again. And we'll see him swim down here. Oh, no he didn't. Alright, we got the blue one. So what he does, he doesn't jump out, but he spurts water at you and just pushes you around. If we're lucky and I play well, he won't do it. Oh, he is gone. Oh, okay. Alright. So, here we go. So, since I died, I can't do it, but I can kind of explain how it would go. 5-3 is the next level we're going to be playing. and I believe it's called Shy Guy Limbo. And what we'd normally do is there's an RNG manipulation that you'd normally do, and it's based off of like how many footsteps you take. The RNG in this game is manipulated by the sounds Yoshi makes, the steps you take, and I believe Shy Guy's footsteps as well. So normally, if you have all the Yoshis, because even the steps they take on this screen, I hit green, I'm gonna pick pink so I remember. You would take a certain amount of steps and you'd get the melons in a certain order. But since I am short a Yoshi and have to pick pink, I am not able to do that. I was going to do it anyway if I had not died at this point, but since I have already died, I can't do it, so I might as well continue picking the color Yoshi that I agreed to. That isn't light blue, because light blue is gone. So, I can show you what it would kind of look like. You jump at that specific location and ground pound, and then wait for him. But like I said, it won't work because the RNG manipulation is not possible at this point. So this Lack 2 has exactly 5 melons, and it's, like I said, it's RNG, and it's really bad, and that's why we try to manipulate it. If I kill him before he does all 5, then I'm going to be short a melon. So he's dropped 4 now. So he has to drop a 5th one, and if he doesn't drop it here, that's alright. That was it. I saw it. Please. I am short a melon. Alright, so this is going to be invalid. That's alright. We will replace it towards the end. Oops. So I need to get up to this pipe up here. That is unfortunate. He dropped, so after he drops all 5 melons, he will despawn, like all together. So even if I tried to respawn him, he won't come back. If he only drops 4, then he'll respawn, and depending on if you went into a different sub area or came back, or just stayed in there. If he respawned again normally, then he would have only had the 1 melon. But if I went onto like this, or the next sub area after this, then he would have had all 5 melons again. But we are not so lucky. We'll have to eat a wrong fruit. Oops. Have to pick which fruit though, that's the important part. I could eat a watermelon, that's pretty close to a melon. So we'll have some time to decide, I guess. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's important, like how many melons you have, because the super happy heart fruit thing, the one that I eat to make Yoshi really happy and have infinite eggs and health and everything, like right there, it spawned. It spawns every 6 fruit, or 6 of the same fruit. So sometimes you try to judge that on a perfect cycle so you can generate more eggs. This is not going so well. So this Lack 2 is why I'm so confused of why he was helping us earlier. I didn't get it. There's a strat that you can do. Alright. There's a strat you're supposed to do that I was not able to do, where you use the water that he does, or that he pours down, to get a whole bunch of speed. I'm gonna eat that watermelon, because I know I'm short one. But it's really precise. So just pretend that watermelon is like the rest of them, and this is a perfectly good run. Also pretend that heart is also a melon. And pretend that pink Yoshi is light blue. And pretend that was 5,000 points as well. See, everything is going great. We're having 0 difficulties with this. Alright, so last level. This is probably the hardest level. Even though the RNG manipulation in the last level is pretty difficult, I'd still consider this to be the hardest level. There is a flutter skip, kind of like how I did in the Snow World 3-4, where I had to flutter over a gap. There's another one of those. except I have to eat more melons, and it sucks. But it's called auto scroller skip, and it takes like 15 seconds. I'll be going for it. I feel like I'm pretty consistent at it, but who knows? Alright, so right there I zoom in just so that last saw blade is on a good cycle for me to get through. So now we're on a timer. It's a easy timer to meet. I just need to eat those 2 melons. And there's another switch there if I need to refresh it. That was really fast if the timer didn't even start going to the meltdown mode, as I call it. It's where it starts panicking that you don't have much time left, so it speeds up the ticking. Alright, so here is what some people have a lot of difficulty with. And it's this one room. You're supposed to fall down and eat 5 melons. If you have this umbrella, you cannot flutter, so you cannot recover if you fall down. I trust myself to know exactly where everything is, so I trust myself to grab the umbrella. A lot of people jump over it just for safety, but I'm less confident now that I'm thinking about this run and how I've died and how I've eaten the wrong fruit. Okay, this run isn't going as well as I had planned, but like I said, we're just pretending those things didn't happen.
It's okay. It's a new category. Mostly melons.
This has never happened before. Whoa! Alright, so here is the room of the auto scroller skip. I will be focusing when I get there. This first half is pretty simple. I'll just jump a couple times. Okay. So, this is the platform that's the auto scroller. Hopefully I get it. I missed that one, but I'm used to missing that one, so that's not that bad. Okay. So I'm missing 1 melon, but that's fine. I can just flutter over here. So you're supposed to collect that when you flutter the first time, but it didn't work. Hopefully that got the general idea, and hopefully that was still pretty good. It was as good as I was expecting, so that's arguably the last hard part about this. So I'm gonna do this, come over here, aim the egg, eat those 2 melons, and now we start stacking them. So we got the boxes here. They stack significantly slower in World 6, Page 6, whatever you want to call it, which can make it harder. And then we just run to the goal again. Here's the meltdown mode I talked about, where it was just ticking super fast. Okay. So, this is pretty good overall, kind of, maybe. I'm gonna say it's good. Here's Poochie again. We still don't like Poochie. So here's the final boss. This is Baby Bowser. I've been told that he is Baby Bowser, not Bowser Jr. or Bowser. And he talks about how the happy tree is his. So usually he's supposed to ride on those green things, and you're supposed to take those bombs. I'll let you know when time is. It's on the scoreboard at the end. So usually you're supposed to like throw the bombs at the spikes at the sea line, but that's, I don't know, it takes too much time, and it's really difficult actually. So now we get to hear him, and he's like, "Yow, that hurts." And then he flies off. It probably did hurt, I agree. The explosions for those eggs are pretty big. So now he just gets flown off, and we win, and the heart is ours. So we have the scoreboards here, and it'll be as soon as the name type in place shows up. So it's the next one after this. Time. Okay. That's not that bad considering how many times I had to restart. What? Mostly melons, yes. I've done plenty of those runs. I mean, that's pretty much the game. Hopefully I wish I didn't die or eat wrong fruit or anything like that. Or kill light blue Yoshi. I wish these things didn't go poorly, but that is the best showcase I did. I got most of the things down. For shoutouts, I want to just shout out the Yoshi community in general. So that's Love Bob, it's RDV, Dan Salvato, a couple other people like Muzz and Yoshizilla. A couple new people came up as well. And they've all been great. Sorry if I didn't mention you, but there's now more of us. It's a great game. Wish more people knew it existed. Hopefully this was good enough and didn't let you guys down. And thank you for letting me show it off.
Thank you very much, Artemis, for your run. Next up, we have Pseudo Trainer doing a Pokemon reverse badge order run. So stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. My name's Pseudo Trainer. I'm a Pokemon speedrunner. I run some other RBGs, but that's kind of what I primarily do. And right next to me is Helix.
Hello, I have returns.
The run we're about to be doing is Pokemon Reverse Badge Acquisition. I lied to everyone, and I want to just throw that out there. The name on this is Reverse Badge Order. It was recently changed back. This doesn't matter to anyone, but we're fancier now. Yeah. Exactly. So, just throwing that out there, something that happened recently. It's now called Reverse Badge Acquisition because we're fancy. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, this run, I'm going to talk about it a little bit here because we're going to immediately start manipulating RNG at the beginning of this run.
We're manipulating the RNG in the RPG.
Oh yeah, exactly. So, this is a glitch category of Pokemon where we're gonna get the badges in the opposite order as intended. Yes, that's entirely possible. Yes, it's just filled with glitches.
If you haven't seen this before, don't blink.
There's going to be a lot going on when we get into the later parts of the run, and this is actually my favorite glitch category, besides Catch Them All, because a lot of the other ones are super short. You don't get